When you're working with your clients, they have multiple audiences.
Yeah.
So as a consultant, they might be working in a nonprofit organization one month, and the next month they're working with a manufacturer, then they're working with a SaaS company or a startup. So their audience can change quite a bit. How would you suggest they tailor their content, or how do you find your way through that?
Tricky question. Segmenting obviously is your key thing there within your email marketing to be able to deliver more targeted messages to people. The more specific, the more terrific is my rule of thumb. The other thing you can do is to find the commonality, to find the common thing, right? You as a coach or consultant are solving the same problem or very close to the same problem across different industries. It just looks a little bit different, but it's the same underlying thing, right? The tricky part is when people try to cover a lot of industries, they end up getting really generic. Their messaging and their language gets really generic. And that's the tricky part. If you work with nonprofits and manufacturers and all these different things, it's hard to get specific. It's hard to hone in on pain points. It's not impossible, but it's really hard to. That's something you have to keep in mind. That's why segmenting is so beautiful, is because you can get really specific. You can speak specifically to the manufacturer, and you can speak specifically to the pain points of the nonprofit, right? They're very different. There are common threads there, which you can speak to if you can find a way to do it specifically enough. It's a tricky question, Ted.
Your answer, I think, is spot on, because I think you certainly want to segment where you can, and specific is terrific. I love that phrase. I'm going to steal that. At the same time, to your point, there's so much commonality in business, whether it's a nonprofit or a manufacturer. They still have the same struggles with people. They still have the same struggles with strategy, with operations, with just getting stuff done.
Yeah.
If you know how to speak to that, especially if you're speaking to the C-suite or business owners, decision makers in the organization, the themes are fairly consistent. That said, you have to show your expertise and your specificity wherever you can.